Chemistry cards.
Yeah. Are the Matrix? Sham Jeezy. Karatia. When me say UPK, UK. Well, anyway. We there a whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel death span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends, dog. We fly out and one bend span the ends, but we die out and more dead pan the ends. Where me come from, you lucky if you live long day in a the war zone, but I no Pakistan. A the place where you juvenile a the big man. Crave for you do time, brother pick one, yo. Man a fi bleach, but I never zone a the 6 pants and the rifle with kickstand. Quick answer to enemy, them response. You we dead if you a Christian, devil them strong. Me say, but it's a trick done. Them one we fall down in a the quicksand. Me kill a them where they a London, England. Teach me say the white man him is a trickster. The same struggle man a face in a Kingston. I see him struggle them a face in a Trinidad. All the way go to Birmingham, Brixton. The link strong, it no matter what the distance. Hey, boom. We there a whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel death span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends, dog. We fly out and one bend span the ends, but we die out and more dead body them. Once upon a time round ya so did nice, full of vibes. Man a play football, shoes aside. If I no football, you like one go shoot your dice. But everything change when me nigga lose him life. Proof of crime, a certain black coffee get scrutinized. Check every taxi on the route I drive, them youth I ride, them took a knife. Man have to sleep at the and shoot a night. And watch your head back, you never know what over time round. You're not safe again. Watch out for the hate of them and the traitor them. And the fake friend dog, the acre tens. No solution for the comments. Babylon says ceasefire, but we nah no fate na them, a sake of them. Make the crime rate so great again. And Jamaica red, hot like the equator belt, Jamaica bread. Cause you never break no bread. With the ghetto youth them, you send the Terminator them, dad. So man a fi whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel death span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends, dog. We fly out and one bend span the ends, but we die out and more dead pan the ends. Lucky if you live long day in a the war zone, but I know Pakistan is a place where you juvenile a the big man. Crave for you do time, brother pick one, dad. Man a fi bleach, but I never zone a the 6 pants and the rifle with kickstand. Quick answer to enemy, them respond. You we dead if you a Christian, devil him strong. Hey. A trick done, them one we fall down in a the quicksand. Me kill a them where they a London, England. Teach me say the white man him is a trickster. The same struggle man a face in a Kingston. I see him struggle them a face in a Trinidad. All the way go to Birmingham, Brixton. The link strong, it no matter what the distance.
Chemistry cards.
We do this with a purpose, then man, we got a purpose. These other knuckles window shopping, nigga make a purchase. They fucking up the verses like bitches in the churches. Flipping off the zeal like it's a skill to misinterpret. We do this with a purpose, then man, we got a purpose. These other knuckles window shopping, nigga make a purchase. They fucking up the verses like bitches in the churches. Flipping off the zeal like it's a skill to misinterpret. We do this with a purpose.
I never cross my niggas, I am not Christian. Stuck in my ways, it's a life sentence. Caring to get you killed with her white privilege. But I die for this shit, just like Bivens. Real shit, I'ma die a legend. And I'm all about this work, I don't even sweat it. Too much sugar in they tank, they diabetic. Shout out to this brotherhood, cause I found a weapon. No protection, only if you fear the Lord. Every day a battle, life about war. If you don't do your 90 days, I can't vouch for you. Learn to box with them demons, nigga, self-paw. It's not hard, no excuse. You wanna stand on this podium, show and prove. You know the rules, it's time to apply pressure. Never let up on them till they get the message.
We do this with a purpose, then man, we got a purpose. These other knuckles window shopping, nigga make a purchase. They fucking up the verses like bitches in the churches. Flipping off the zeal like it's a skill to misinterpret. We do this with a purpose, then now we got a purpose. These other knuckles window shopping, nigga make a purchase. They fucking up the verses like bitches in the churches. Flipping off the zeal like it's a skill to misinterpret. We do this going down like the pedal, more gas, heavy metal, hauling ass. When the smoke settles, I control the devil, been a rebel, this the cause, facilitating the laws, been the boss undercover while you was fucking your lovers. I was subject to the prophet. Now I blast with the optics, any class, any topic. X-Man, you the opposite. Scanning this metropolis, the land is a necropolis. The hostages are on witness, the home of the truth. Slaughter the droves with a few like we was chosen to do. It's not a hoe in the crew, cause every soul was approved. That's why these soldiers let loose on the dupes. If I do me out, boots getting licked by a bitch named Julia. End game's nuclear, skies like Jupiter. The Israelite universe is taking over Lucifer. If anybody root for her or found with his accoutrement, reap the benefits of their allegiance. It's a Sodomist with Egypt. By Shimya, how shall we face the east? Can any good come out of Nazareth? We need it. Once the Most High pleaded, consider it a done deal. Babylon and all its confederates are a dung hill. Better is the dead than the young still. One body, one mind, one seal. Even when conditions make it unreal. Through the number one will with courage. If you want it in the murders, and I gotta keep it girded while we do this with a purpose. Then now we got a purpose. These other knuckles window shopping, nigga make a purchase. They fucking up the verses like bitches in the churches. Flipping off the zeal like it's a skill to misinterpret. We do this with a purpose. Then now we got a purpose. These other knuckles window shopping, nigga make a purchase. They fucking up the verses like bitches in the churches. Flipping off the zeal like it's a skill to misinterpret. We do this with a purpose. Then now we got a purpose. We do this with a purpose. Then now we got a purpose. We do this with a purpose.
Really serious and you're looking for a Christ man, the one who's knowing it with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord, to do his will, I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make 'em money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Paint Christ in they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in a cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, class was being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a child. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priest bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we run it, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till them do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine then. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rate for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told him I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns and butter, baby boy. You PK top, dawg. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that Ecoline van to a damn tank. I got chopper stash in that attic like they Anne Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See him throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a made, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real.
I got you.
bad real quick. Look.
City eyes. It's time to Bogart. My God, a real nigga. Cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure. Got that shot in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard. Tell them it's all true. Be cautious. That foundation voltage to fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game. I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche. Way above average. A fiend's taste sweet. Told him make me an apple tree. Left us in the valley full of bones. This where hope found. Child become a man. Dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evans to a mall quad. Telling me how them crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Poker stop, nigga. I lay that game down. I feel his pain cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas we bear arms like tarantulas. Them other niggas rap, I make anthems. I really seen profits under this banner. Made my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo. Spirit ancient, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Hate me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Round with Yara down, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage is safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. and sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback to bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Back roll.
Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see, most of them scared to witness. Go on, close your eyes, there's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences, 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers, my hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses, it's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Waiting on this war been my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Living in this war been my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, they got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Dasani, my wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. That's why I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed, y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. It can't, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. hog with my bow tie. Waiting on the score in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know life. Gotta got my hog with my bow tie. Living in the score in my whole life. My whole life.
Shalom Israel, aquí con ustedes su servidor del todopoderoso Kazakiat 5000 de la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal, dejándoles saber que nos acompañen este jueves 20 de octubre. Vamos a tener el general Mahaimen aquí en el programa de ISUPK México, dejándoles saber que los morenos, los indios nativos y los latinos somos los verdaderos israelitas que están escritos en la Biblia. No se te olvide, sintoniza este jueves 20 de octubre con el general Mahaimen para que puedas tú saber la historia de quiénes son los verdaderos israelitas de la Biblia. Si eres cristiano, si eres católico, recuerda, aquí es tu oportunidad de saber en verdaderamente quién eres tú. Latinoamérica, te invitamos. Centroamérica, te invitamos. Sudamérica, te invitamos. Ven y recuerda quién eres tú, los verdaderos israelitas que se encuentran en la Biblia. Sintoniza, te esperamos.
Hey, Shalom, Israel, how about yours? This priest Nam Slahab, Officer 5000, letting you know that General Mahaimen is teaching in class October 20th. If you're Latino, Mexicano, Salvadoran, Guatemalan, Central American, South American, make sure you tune into this class. This is for you. You understand? Learn about your true culture. Ask all your questions. Any question you ever had about the Bible, make sure you ask them. You understand? This is your chance to learn about yourself. Learn about the Bible. Learn about your history. Learn about your culture. This is your chance. You understand? Don't miss out. October 20th, Thursday, 4 o'clock p.m. Make sure you tune in. With that being said, Shalom.
Aquí te esperamos. ISUPK México. No se te olvide, la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Aquí te esperamos.
Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an eye hurt. White is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed, y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. You can't, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know life. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the score in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you
Yo, what are the bomber clock to them boy, man? Bad mind never kill them. Suffocate to no pussy wall. Yo, status. Tell some boys we don't chat us. Anyway, my dogs go in on the street, them bad. Gun talking up with jeans member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, send the pussy them but meet them God. Louis V kicks pan we feed them bad. Catch a new drip, doubly beat them bad. Look how we just come and we a beat them bad. You know sister we is them dad. Hey, but anyway though, this a no playground. The Glock 19, they have to stay round. Nah take no check with me payroll. Anything rise up, play down. Them a send check but they won't. Dog we will make it step if they don't. But at the same old, said them want smoke but the grab a done flame out. A couple gyal a come through. Gyal a WhatsApp what she gonna come to. She a give me tap and she swallow some juice. Gyal a suck cock till me Jonathan blow. Bentley van a come through. Convertible drop top still have a sunroof. The dog them roll strap you one proof. Alright, wanna move. Anyway my dogs go in on the street them bad. Gun talking up with jeans member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, Send the pussy them, but meet them God. Louis V kicks, pan we feed them bad. Catch a new drip, dog the beat them bad. Look how we just come and we a beat them bad. You know see say we's them that. Jeff say go fuck it up, so we fuck it up. Big up all of me friend them all who me never big up. All who know they are so, I ain't in a cup. Life shake up, you know me friend, but that's how we go. Greenfield say we tough, so we a famous. And all who a flip up and a lip up and fill it up. Girl pussy way buff, one give we a fuck. One the pussy boss, one her belly tough with the fat cock. Nicky me give back shot really. Girl a bad hype up if you're not that pretty. Money say I make you know him can't chat silly. Anything we beat we have a fat clock with it. Flick your bad with it, this a chop city. Anywhere we go we a lock that city. Money in a pocket city, fat Billy. Don't come around if you're not family. Anywhere me dogs go in on the street them bad. Gun talking up with jeans member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, send the pussy them but meet them God. Louis V kicks, pan we feed them bad. Catch a new drip, dog the beat them bad. Look how we just come and we a beat them bad. You know see say we's them dad.
Z, you know the chop. Ayazahab. Badness no sad. Let me tell you how the badness steer. Dopey bad fly when the Glock display. Tell a boy say no try box this face. Back switch face. You know how your blood clot casket steer boy. You must see one Baptist prayer. When the map stick raise that big straight. Shot misplaced, the key them in your head stop misbehave. Crack his face, the key never tell us we lock this place. Which locksmith, anyway watch this space. War with them bunny like plastic plate, hey. We don't play around, when you see the UPK around. We bring the fucking AK around, AR-15s and AR rounds. We don't play around, when you see the UPK around. We bring the fucking AK around, AR-15s and AR rounds. We no take drape up, we no take beat up, we no stay up. And when the next day come, we no change up. Man, I act them bad as them wake up. Take care boss boy, head top shake up. So tell a pussy well don't violate us. No care where you status, where you take up. Every man a killer till miss a dead face you straight up. Great stuff, one West Link bigger than NATO. Man we bust it to NATO. Only man we afraid of, that are the creator, the maker. Hey, we don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around, AR-15s and AR rounds. We don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around, AR-15 and AR rounds. AR-15s and AR rounds. AR-15s and let me tell you how the badness steer. Dopey bad fly when the Glock display. Tell a boy say no try box this face. Back switch face. You know how your blood clot casket stay boy. You must see one Baptist prayer. When the map stick raise that lick straight. Shot misplaced. The teeth them in your head stop misbehave. Crack his face. The key never tell us we lock this place. Which locksmith anyway watch this space. War with them bunny like plastic plate. We don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around, AR-15s and AR rounds.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot, they like to claim leadership, they like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that. Let bygone be. Boy, ass need to stop and ask you to prop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Know it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settle. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know what I'm saying? They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world and boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, Jeremiah, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to wrong with step. I'm solid for show to the fake niggas. Stay silent, I got it, let's go, let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep me slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, got your baby pants through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Therefore will failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop.
Damn, so lucky for the lateness. Again, we're here on the end. Me, myself, the executioner. You know what I mean? Officer Karafia, I got here. You know what I mean? The blood warrior, Officer Dango Bar. I've talking to his mic, right? Let me know if you can hear me. Give me a one or a can. Let me just play it on the spot match. Let me see if we can play it. The blocked us from YouTube, from Facebook, you know.
See, is that why I couldn't go up on Wednesday?
They got us on Facebook jail, man.
For what though?
Couple more days, we'll be out of that, man.
What the same we done this time?
I don't know.
No wonder I was trying to go live. I'm thinking,
They got my blocked, man.
I'm adjusting the title, thinking it's the hashtags and it's this and that.
Blocked up, man. But again, we're at camp tomorrow in Brixton. Make sure you're there. You know what I mean? 12 o'clock too late. You got classes at the UPK, the UK, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. And also classes online from Manchester on Tuesday. You know what I mean? Also for London on Friday as well. Lashwan Kodash. Make sure you're in there. Learn. You know what I mean? Get down. You know what I mean? Big up to General Muhammad for being in Mexico. That was a powerful class done yesterday. Any announcements for the holidays or anything on about?
We got the Feast of Hanukkah coming up, which is December 17th.
So get your train tickets, man.
So we got that coming up. Feast of Hanukkah. That's coming up December 17th. So look out for that. Also, the Passover is April 1st. I feel like it was just here announcing the last Passover the other day. Damn, we're doing it again.
We're not sure any location.
Not yet. But start saving your money because and getting the time off your slave, putting your holiday request because the Passover is April 1st. So try and get them days off. Put your money aside. As soon as we find out when, we can all fly out together or whatever.
You go now. It's like I'm doing separate things still. I'm not joking. So it's best you all fly together. Whatever suits you. It's best to go with your brother still. Or check in and that deity you get me. But yeah, man. Oh, you seen H on stage the other day?
Yeah, what's he doing?
Oh, listen, white people is different from niggas, man. Oh, it's like I'm sure it's the right video. Let me see.
Is it yours? Yeah.
Yeah,
what's wrong with him, man?
Is it yours? Yeah.
Listen, man. No matter how much a white man tries to act black, he's always a white man. That's right. No matter how much Eminem tries to rap and do black stuff, he's a white boy, man. You can't help it. It's in his blood. That's why he raps about killing his mom and rap about doing white stuff and white shit, and you know, got a video about spitting in people's food and the spit's dripping off their lip because they just do white shit, man. And H is touching some stranger's drawers, man. That's front up on the stage. He touched it down the ball with his hands, man. And then a gesture like he opened his mouth around him. Just man, the bacteria around that went down. So lucky, man.
It's disgusting, man. I don't understand why he would do that, man.
Listen, just different. As the Bible says, man, there's no profane person like Esau, man. Grab some strange. Listen, is he aware where draws go? All up inside a woman and that, and then he just grabs any stranger. Listen, man. Them draws could have had anything on it.
And the woman that took her underwear off from the concert is more disgusting, man. She's more disgusting than him, man. Imagine that. Who was it?
No idea. Just sort of fan fruit up there.
Listen, man. Be a fan of someone's music, but it don't mean you need to be stupid and take your underwear off, man.
They were even good draws, man. You know, no lace thing on the end or something.
Primark. Yeah, man. If you got a woman, man, and she's a groupie like that for another man, it's a matter of time, man. If your woman is a groupie like that, imagine that. Your woman can be a fan of an artist for their music, but nothing else, man. My woman can't be telling me how this rapper's her ideal man. Imagine your woman telling you somebody else is her ideal man. What she's trying to say is, I want to be with him, but because I can't be with him, I'll settle for you. Listen, man. Don't have them conversations with your woman where she's telling you her ideal man is what's that name that they all used to like him? Michael B. Jordan.
Oh yeah.
If your woman's telling
the Queen brother.
If your woman was telling you her ideal man is Michael B. Jordan, you just say to her, listen, my ideal woman is not you, man. You say, my ideal woman is not you. You tell her who your ideal woman is, man. Imagine that. You're there and that's belittling you, man. Basically, this is my ideal man, but I'm just with you because I can't get the man that I really want.
I can't get Michael B. Jordan.
There you go. No. If you're a woman, don't do that to you, man. It's disrespectful, man. He has feelings too and emotions too.
Believe it or not.
Exactly, because you see, if it was the other way around, and he goes, you know what, you him a real type, but because I can't get the women I really like, I'm with you. Imagine if you're a man and you feel that way, you don't need to say it.
If a man did do that, everyone would talk about how mean he is,
exactly, how you don't deserve her,
how cruel he is,
how you don't deserve her.
You gotta watch her feelings. The woman be saying, listen, Michael B. Jordan's not my ideal man. Denzel Washington's my ideal man. Some man probably took his woman to see H. And watched her. Imagine you seeing your woman just throw her drawers at the next man. You're there beside her watching it. Imagine you seeing your woman just faint for her next brother, man. Listen, that's fucked up, man.
Just like an artist for his music and leave it at that. Don't have fantasies about them. All they are is a musician, man. That's it. All they are is someone that can rap and sing a little bit. It's nothing more than that.
And that's it, man. It's lucky. My mom showed me something today, man. I couldn't believe it. So when my mom grew up, there was a show called Love Thy Neighbor. You know what I mean? It was like watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It was a sitcom that was popular. And she showed me a couple clips from this show. And I was like, I watched it, I'm thinking, yo, how is a black man? I was like, how is the black community meant to feel proud and meant to love themselves when the shit like this on TV? I watched it, I was thinking, and this apparently was a popular show. And when I watched it, I'm thinking, how is a black man meant to be proud of himself when the society around him is racist, man? And they say that England is not systematically racist. Yes, it is, man. When I show you this clip, you're gonna say, yes, it is. You know what I mean? How's a man gonna grow up and love himself when through the TV and through the radio, there's people saying shit like this, man?
For tea, I'm starving.
Pork chop and yams.
Oh. Pork chop and what?
Yams. It's a West Indian potato.
Well, I've got news for you. I'm not West Indian. I don't want yams, I want...
Oh, shit.
Hey, what's for tea? I'm starving.
Pork chop and yams.
Oh. Pork chop and what?
Yams. It's a West Indian potato.
Well, I've got news for you. I'm not West Indian. I don't want yams, I want...
Oh, wait a second, check the full part. 1 second, there's a full video of it. Let me try to get the full video.
What the first one said? Pork chop, yams.
Yams, yeah. Yam and banana.
It's funny, because black people don't even call it yams. They just say yam. Who calls it yams? Listen, man. And this guy said this is not Caribbean. We know this, man. You don't need to tell us.
It gets worse, man.
No, you're not Caribbean.
It froze on me for a second.
What
It
does
gets
it say,
worse,
the full
man.
one?
Wait, admit the full thing. If you can get it down about bear me, it gets worse, man. It's a luck, yeah.
Hey. What's the deal, Darwin?
Wait.
I don't want yams, I want King Edwards.
Sorry, carry on. I'm trying to get the real one. So carry on.
Listen, I don't want yams, I want King Edwards. How's that? Did this used to come on TV?
Yeah, it gets worse though, man. It's a luck. It didn't crash on me.
Love that neighbor.
It goes worse, man. Let me get it.
It's mad because there was a ton of shows back in that. Who's that there?
It's quite as I know. 1 second.
Back in that day and age, there was a ton of racing shows.
So give me a quick search for Shah. Two secs.
Half the petitions and everything's there. Half the petitions. So it's good to know anatomy. Why? A man told me his heart was hurting and he pointed to the right side of his chest.
Don't talk about.
I said, that's not your heart then. You find it on that?
Yeah, sure. Give me 2 seconds. Tell the viewer certain images now. Slack. Yeah, let me see if it works.
Phone in as well, man. Questions, type your questions in the chat. Listen, man, we're open to questions, debates, whatever. You can phone in. All of those kind of things, man. Get involved, man. Get involved.
Bear me a second.
I'm gonna
try my best, but it should take its time. 2 minutes.
So yeah, questions, comments. Also, we're planning a trip to the UK. Listen, there's gonna be a trip to the UK, man. So you're gonna see the generals and everyone in the UK. Believe it or not, man, the trip is coming. Why is it this year? Summer, maybe summer.
Summertime. We're gonna go to Scotland. See Edinburgh Castle.
Wait! Don't tell them the activity. Don't tell them the itinerary just yet. They have to wait for that. They have to wait for all of that. We can't give away too much.
All right, let me see if it works now. So lucky. Bear me. If it don't work, so lucky. You have to just move forward. Boom. Let me see what I'm going.
To tea, I'm starving.
Pork chop and yams.
Oh. Pork chop and what?
Yams, it's a West Indian potato.
Well, I've got news for you. I'm not West Indian. I don't want yams, I want King Edwards.
You've got yams.
Yeah, oh, very nice, very nice. What have we got for pudding? Coconut and custard?
Mangoes and cream.
Mango. What the hell are mangoes?
West Indian fruit.
Are you going to eat that muck? I'd be ill.
Bill looks very good on it.
Of course he does. He's a Sambo. He's got a Sambo stomach. I'm white. I've got a good white British stomach.
Yes, I can see it hanging out over your trousers.
Look, I want proper food like fish and chips and bread pudding.
It'll do you no harm to try something different.
I'm not so sure. Mangoes and yams could have a very serious side effect on us.
Don't talk rubbish.
How do you know it's rubbish? No telling what could happen. Sure. A couple of helpings of that and my hair could turn crinkly.
Just try a little bit.
No, sorry, love. I'd be all right with Sambo. No good for me.
For your information, Barbie's giving Bill a typical English vegetable.
Oh, aye, what's that?
Instant mash.
Oh.
Come on, love. Just try a little bit.
Oh, all right then. Can't even cut it.
Well, what do you think?
British brother.
Hey, not bad for wog food. Do you reckon you can make yam chips?
Look at that, man. Imagine growing up in the 70s, seeing that, man, on your TV. You know what I mean? Your culture is being laughed at, man. You know what I mean? No one taking your culture in consideration. Just dissing your culture, man. Calling you a Sambo on TV. The man goes, she goes, Brian eats that kind of food. He goes, Brian's a Sambo? He goes, I'm white. I have white, boys say British belly. A white British diet, man. And you're supposed to feel proud of yourself. Imagine going to school like that, man. And you wonder why black people don't love themselves, why the generation why black men want white women, and we're all destroyed, man. And they got the nerve to say that Britain ain't systematically racist. But what's that, man? On our TVs, little kids seeing that. What are they to think, man? They're gonna think that they're Sambo. If on TV they're called Sambo and everyone's laughing, everyone's playing along, laughing like it's a joke, man. Your food's a joke to them, your culture's a joke to them, how you live is a joke to them, man. And that's why black people don't love ourselves. That's why we don't love our culture. That's why we want to marry white women. That's why we hate our hair. We hate our features. Why on TV we just laugh at, man? Any other nation, they wouldn't do that too. They'll say it's insensitive, it's racist. But when it comes to us, in the 70s, they was outright laughing at us and dissing our culture, man. It's lucky, man.
And you know what? It's crazy because during that time, all them kind of programs used to come on TV. You know, them blackface programs where they used to paint their face black and make jokes and all of them things. All those programs used to come on TV in like, I believe, maybe up until the 90s. Only now, if they put it on TV now, then everyone would be like, it's racist and whatnot. But they've got away with so much racism for all these years, man. So much that now racism it's become comedy. You got the Ali G show where he's taking the piss out of black people completely, man. That's all Ali G ever did with all the in it and all the what else does he do with his copy
like
black
in it and kiss the teeth and not talking properly
and having the Rasta hat and having all the bling bling and all of those things. Like Ali G, and what is he, Jewish?
Yeah.
See, and imagine if we made a comeback, if we made a film mocking Jewish people, guess what would happen? They want to put it on TV, man.
That's right.
Ali G had a whole show talking about me, Julie, and all of these things, man, mocking black people, and he made money off it. Obviously, we was young, and the show used to be fun. Can you remember?
Yeah, that's the last one. I can't even lie. It was kind of funny still.
It was fun before you know that it's taking a mick out of black people. They got a cartoon called Rasta Mouse as well, where the mouse is talking patois. Can we play a clip from Rasta Mouse without the flag? Because I don't think they'll know what it is in the States, right? It's probably just a UK thing. And Rasta Mouse is always like, yeah, man. Like, have you seen? I watched it. See, I watch it one.
No, I watched it one time still. It actually ain't too bad.
See, I watch it for the whole day, and you'll see that taking the piss. Rastas, and look, he's even got the Rastaman hat.
Got the tab.
And you know what? Rasta Mouse is more Rasta than some of you Rastas, man. So look at Rasta Mouse is more Rastafarian than 70% of you Rastas, man. The things these Rastas do ain't the same thing Rastas
The Easy Crew, crime fighters, they're very special agents playing reggae when the work is true. Give it up, give it up, give it up for the Easy Crew. Solving mysteries in the neighborhood. Always
the stomach, boy.
Me need the food to get in the groove scratching. You hold the rhythm till me get back. We gotta be super quick. Woohoo! Yo, Super, what's up? You got any of that cheese me like? You know, my favorite flavor.
You know, Rastaman put some real Rasta to shame. Rastaman's put some real Rasta to shame. So.
And you know what the sad thing about that is? Imagine this. They've got a film called Rasta Mouse, and being a Rastafarian is a religion. We don't subscribe to it, but that is you taking the piss out of someone's religion, man.
That's right.
There's some people that live and die for Rastafarianism, man. Them Rastas used to get beat up in the 60s and get their head busted and couldn't get jobs and had to fight for their religion, man. And the same people that hated them for having dreads and being Rastas now have a cartoon called Rasta Mouse, man. Whereas they're saying that your religion is a joke and it's a cartoon and Listen, man.
That's true. That's
racist, man.
It's racist because you could have Sikh mouse,
exactly,
or Christian mouse, or Muslim mouse, and Rastafarian is a religion like any other religion. But again, when black people make anything, it's not taken serious. Like the clip we showed, you couldn't take the piss out of chapatis, man, or curries, or whatever. So the BBC will get shut down, but in the BBC they outright took the piss out of our culture, man.
Right. Yeah.
The man said mangoes, what's that? The man said, can you turn yam into chips? Outright take the piss out of our culture, man. And likewise, Rastafarianism, which we don't prescribe to, it's a religion that was made by black people, man. Right. By a man called Leonard Howell. And again, black people, we can't get no respect, man. So like, yeah, it's like
and we don't subscribe to Rastafarianism, but we ain't gonna sit back and let white people diss them, man. Because what they're doing, they think all black people subscribe to Rastafarianism. So we don't subscribe to it, but some black people do, even though it's wrong and it's garbage and bullshit, excuse my French. But the white man's only dissing it because black people's in, and he knows he can come on TV and diss black people. Like whatever black people believe in, guess what? Everyone thinks they can come out and diss what black people eat, diss black people's religion, diss black people's belief and culture. Like LG, back to LG, he's always dissing black people, man. And he thinks it's funny. Back Rasta Mouse, dissing black people, they think it's funny. Imagine that. A Rasta is a man's religion, you know. Rastafari is supposed to be their god. Imagine that. So you calling this Rasta Mouse, you're dissing the god that they believe in.
That's right.
Because Ras means Duke or Prince or whatever, and Tafari was just obviously Selassie's name. His name was Tafari McCannon or some nonsense like that. So that's why they call it Rastafari. So that's what they believe, and they've got a cartoon called Rasta Mouse, as to say your religion is garbage, and that's like me calling Muslim Mouse or Allah Mouse or whatever, or Muhammad Mouse. They wouldn't stand for it, man.
That's right. These
Muslims is ready to kill you, and when you say Muhammad, if you don't say peace be upon him, they're ready to kill you for it. Every minute, the peace be upon him, Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Peace be upon him.
Jesus,
some of them call him
some
of them just call him the prophet, innit? They don't say his name. With the prophet, the prophet.
Peace be upon him. All the time. Listen, man, you can't come out and diss what they believe. But when it comes to what black people believe, you can come out and diss it, man. Right. As soon as we say anything about Jewish people, you're anti-Semitic, take you off the airways. Listen, Rasta Mouse should be taken off the cartoon channel, man.
Right.
Rasta Mouse should be taken off Cartoon Network. I'm sure they're closing down Cartoon Network, right? You see?
Cartoon Network was the shit though, man.
I'm sure they're getting rid of it.
Nah, they better not. Cartoon Network was the only channel that played cartoon 24 hours, man.
I've seen it somewhere, but it makes sense that they would get rid of it. You know why? Because kids don't watch TV no more. They got the tablet now.
Yeah.
So everything is YouTube now.
Yeah, but Dexter's Lab though, you can't get that on YouTube.
Nah, man. Listen, what did they used to watch on there?
Didi and Dexter, come on, man.
Listen, the Flintstones, Yabba Dabba Doo.
These was damn, man.
Yabba Dabba Doo.
I was Dexter Lab kind of guy, man.
Flintstones when he stops the car with his feet. Yo, what's his name? Fred
Flintstone.
Listen, man. You know about the cat and dog one? What's it called again?
Cat dog.
Is that what it's called?
There's a cat on one side, dog on the other side.
Yeah, what's that one called?
It's cat dog. It's cow. Remember cow and chicken.
Listen, you know about Pinky and the Brain?
What? Pinky and the Brain was the shit, man.
Pinky and the Brain. Listen.
We're showing our age, what's that, man?
See, it's funny. You know why? Watch them cartoons and watch new cartoons. Just the old animations and them cartoons just look dated.
What are new ones? What are new ones? Are new ones like Coco Man or them?
New ones is I don't know. You know, I think it's the same ones that we used to watch. Just yeah. It's what the kids watch now, clothes on. No idea.
Nah, man, but like man, that's big disrespect, man. You know what I mean? Just disrespect our culture. I'll play the clip one more time for anyone that missed it or coming late. You know what I mean? An old clip from the 70s TV, man. Outright disrespecting black people, man. And it was okay. It was okay. It's okay today, man. People outright disrespect us, man.
What's for tea? I'm starving.
Pork chop and yams.
Oh. Pork chop and what?
It goes off.
Yams. It's a West Indian potato.
Well, I've got news for you. I'm not West Indian. I don't want yams. I want King Edward's.
You've got yams.
Yeah, oh, very nice. Very nice. What have we got for pudding? Coconut and custard?
Mangoes and cream.
Mango. What the hell are mangoes?
West Indian fruit.
It's all
Eat
little.
that muck. I'd be ill.
Ladies, right?
Bill looks very good on it.
Ladies, right?
Of course he does. He's a Sambo. He's got a Sambo stomach. I'm white. I've got a good white British stomach.
Yes, I can see it hanging out over your trousers.
Look, I want proper food like fish and chips and bread pudding.
It'll do you no harm to try something different.
I'm not so sure. Mangoes and yams could have a very serious side effect on us.
Talk rubbish.
How do you know it's rubbish? No telling what could happen. Sure. A couple of helpings of that and my hair could turn crinkly.
Just try a little bit.
No, sorry, love. I'd be all right with Sambo. No good for me.
For your information, Barbie's giving Bill a typical English vegetable.
Oh, aye, what's that?
Instant mash.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a big disrespect. Oppressors are so proud, man. After black people taught them everything. If it wasn't for black people, they wouldn't even know about seasoning, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it comes to cooking, oppressors should have no say. She should have no mouth, man. Because they don't cook for shit. So lucky. How you see them make him a full chicken? Just pure salt and pepper, man. What's that salt? Just go like yeah, bang in the oven. Goes the bite pink goes in pink, man. They're the last man that should teach anyone about cooking, man. What do they know about flavors, man?
Right.
What do they know about spices, man? But they're so proud and they think that their coach is better than everybody else's. They feel that the black man's so beneath them that they got the nerve to say that, to see our food and turn their nose up at it, man. So
and you know what? These Edomites are so disgusting. No word of a lie. I walk past Greg's and McDonald's at like 8, 9 in the morning. It's the same Edomites in there every. Imagine that you're a regular at Greg's. Imagine that. I'm boycotting. You're a regular at Greg's. And that's what these Edomites do. They'll be out of shape. And the regulars in. Listen, do you know how. It's not unlawful, to see a man with a Coke at 7, 8 in the morning to me, it's just like, nah, what are you? They think it's just. There's just something wrong with it, man. See the man with a Coke at 7 a.m. in the morning. Now, it's not unlawful if that's what you want to do. It's your prerogative. But I'm not going to do that. But like I said,
you get a tea or something, man. Come on, man.
That's it. Like I said, these devils
get a cold milk porridge. Get a cold milk porridge.
Listen, they be having the bacon roll with the Coke at 7 in the morning, and I'm looking like, damn, you just left your house, man. Like, why wouldn't you just have cereal or something? Like, imagine the first thing on your mind is I got to go to McDonald's. These Edomites live there, man, and we need to not be like them. I walk past them places with my lunch packed, man. I got my lunch packed, my backpack container, and they're eating McDonald's every day. And listen, man, there's some Edomites that work with me. She's out of shape, talking about, I've been doing exercises at home, and every day at 12 o'clock. Listen, I know her order. Let me tell you her order. I'm gonna tell you her order. She gets a double cheeseburger with no pickles.
But the pickles slaps, man.
She takes the pickles out.
Nah, man, the pickles is the best part, man. So lucky, man.
She gets a double cheeseburger with no pickles. She gets a large fries, and then she gets a mayo chicken with cheese. That's her order.
It's about $5.
And wait. Let me tell you again. And she's always getting mad as well. You see when her break's not at 12 o'clock. She's like, I'm hungry. And she's miserable. Like, she'll snap at you for everything. You see when she's hungry, she'll snap at you for everything, man. She'll snap at you. And you see when she's had her McDonald's, she'll come and apologize. So everyone knows you. Just let her get her McDonald's. Listen,
she gets sick of Mackies, yo.
Listen, I don't understand how they eat it every single day. Like I said, it's not unlawful, but every day. I don't know. In my house, it's unlawful, so lucky. But that's my house, so lucky.
Come on, man, you gotta flip it, man. You get big. So, but listen, how you pick at the pickles, man? Don't go buy, you don't fuck with the pickle though.
You know what I realized? I realized with McDonald's, the single cheeseburger is better than the double cheeseburger. I don't know why, but they're the same thing. If you get what I mean.
Nah, I can't say.
The double's better than the single.
Yeah, double.
Nah, I'm not about the taste for some reason. The single taste.
Nah, it's lucky. I'm on your own that one. That double does something. So lucky.
Listen, you start forgetting I worked on grill side in McDonald's. I know what's better. You get the confidence up. I had the badges to prove it. Listen, I was the veteran in McDonald's.
I remember back in the day.
I remember
back in the day, we had little pocket money, man. Them doubles. The doubles used to come through for man. Serious, man. It used to be £1, innit?
For what?
Double.
Nah, the pound was 119.
80 something p for the single, was a pound for the double. I was talking way back in the day.
Yeah, it's gone up now. You're looking at the double's like is the double like 219? 219. The double's gone up to 219. The single's gone up to something. Listen to this. I seen it today. Tesco's meal deal's gone up.
Yeah, I saw that news today as well.
It's gone up.
What was it before?
About £3.
£3.50.
No, it's £3.
What's it now?
It's £3.50 if you got a club card. Now it's about. Check it. I think you can type in Tesco meal deal price. Listen, the meal deals. What do you even get in that Tesco meal deal?
I don't get the meal deals. I really don't get them. I don't get cold food. Yeah, Christmas sandwiches. I don't get cold food, man.
That's for a British belly, like that white man said. A Tesco meal.
You know what though?
The meal deal, turkey, the cold bread.
You don't only come with bread, you know. You can get the salad too in it, or the
Nah, it's too cold, man.
What's that cold shit? What's it called? The pasta, cold pasta.
Nah, that's too cold. Like it's right. You see, a British belly is different to a black man's belly.
Yeah.
Like a black man ain't gonna eat a meal deal.
So Tesco increased the price of its meal deal from $3.50 to $3.90.
Listen, man, that's big money. That's what 50p.
That's five of it. Call it £5 a day.
So listen, if you get a meal deal a day, that's an extra what? £2.50 paying a month. £2.50 paying a week. So a month you paying an extra what? £10 a month, man.
Dog was tight, you know. What's to break it down? Dog was waste money, you know.
Listen,
break it down.
That's a lot of money. You paying an extra £10 a month for the meal deal. An extra £120 a year on a meal deal. Is that not a lot? See, listen, you paying an extra £120 a month for the meal deal. Listen, man. Nah, man, they've gone too far with that now. Imagine a meal deal's £4. So you can get a proper meal for £4. Listen, that's almost Caribbean shop prices, man. And Caribbean shop prices is through the roof. So the meal, the Chris, what do you get in the meal deal?
Yeah, Chris, a drink.
You get a Walker's.
Oasis. You get Oasis.
You get a Walker's or Oasis. What else do you get? A sandwich.
Sandwich or pasta or some shit.
Listen, man, this is what you do, man. You go get a Costco card. You get a big box of crisps. You get a loaf of bread, and you get drinks as well, man. You can get a meal. You can have a meal deal for the year. You just go to Costco, man, and you make it yourself. That's it, man. It's that simple. Even going Subway. Listen, the other day I went to Subway. It was a one-off, and it cost me £10.
Yeah, the other day I almost went Subway.
Listen,
I said £7 for a sandwich. I swear, took my £7 with Mackey's instead, man. I ain't even lying, man. But yeah, man.
Listen, these food prices have become ridiculous. That's inflation, man. England's falling. England's in debt. Because they're sending all the money to Ukraine, man.
That's right.
They're sending all the money to Ukraine.
And our prime minister lasted 45 days, man.
That's it.
That's terrible. She lasted 45 days.
Shortest reign in history.
Damn. 45 days, man. And everything she said will happen hasn't happened, man. They was laughing at her in the House of Parliament. Let me play it, actually. Oh, she must hit that speaker.
Gone. Corporation tax cut. Gone. 20p tax cut, gone. 2-year energy freeze, gone. Tax-free shopping, gone. Economic credibility, gone. And her supposed best friend, the former Chancellor, he's gone as well. They're all gone. So why is she still here?
Right.
Yeah, 45p tax cut, gone. Corporation tax cut, gone. 20p tax cut, gone. 2-year energy freeze, gone. Tax-free shopping, gone. Economic credibility, gone. And her supposed best friend, the former Chancellor, he's gone as well. They're all gone. So why is she still here?
Why? That's why in the UPK, we keep telling you, man. According to the Bible, it's a sin to vote for anyone that ain't Yahushua, man. According to we can show you in the Bible, you only can vote for Yahushua, man. It's a sin to vote in the Bible. Black man, don't be voting for no politician in England, man. Don't be voting for no white man to go and tend down the street, man. These things don't benefit you. In fact, if I'm honest here, talking about inflation, don't even bother me.
Exactly.
Honestly, it costs a bit still. I live in poor so long. I've seen the whole country go crazy about inflation. I said my life is just exactly the same. Why? Because these politicians don't help black people, man. See, white people are losing their mind because they remember when Britain was great. For me, this is Britain, man. Petrol's always been high for me, man. It's a luck, yeah. Food has always been high for me. Listen, talk about as soon as we leave a room, we lock us light anyway. That's a standard. You got devils talking about, I gotta watch the electric bills now. I gotta watch the energy. Listen, I was born watching the electric, man. Right? I was born. Remember your parents say, listen, about emergency, don't play that PlayStation,
Listen,
your mum be like, don't be playing that emergency, Your mum be like, listen, I have an emergency. Don't be playing that PlayStation,
Man, what you don't know about waking up in the morning and there's no hot water, man. You know them ones. There's no hot water because you have to turn it on and off. You have to get up 2 hours before. Listen, man. Why you know about that? These devils don't know about that. They don't know about struggle, man. And listen, I seen a funny thing today. There's a woman that owns a chip shop, and she's making chips in the dark because of the energy prices. Did you see it?
That's terrible. It can't be that bad.
She's making chips in the dark because of energy prices. I said, damn, welcome to our world, man. We've been rationing everything.
That's right.
Like, us as black people are so poor that when they have gone off chocolates in the shop and they reduce the price, we buy them, man.
That's right.
We buy them like, yo, Snickers, reduce price.
Listen,
what's wrong with it?
As far as I'm concerned, chocolate can't spoil.
There you go.
Can chocolate spoil?
And that comes from being poor.
But devils are so bougie, they're so stush.
They're like,
I ain't eating that shit. Okay,
they're like, I'm not eating that. But what do? We buy from the sales section where they reduce the price because it's past the sell-by date. Even as they soon it's reduced, we buy it. We look for the bargains. That's how you know you're poor, man. These devils don't look for the bargains. They look down and they say, you're going to eat that gun of chocolate. You're going to eat that. Like some shops, what they will have is a basket at the front where everything cheap just gets thrown in that basket. Everything cheap gets thrown in that basket. And who do you find looking in that basket? Black people, man. Listen, the rag market is for black people, man. that rag market where your grandma used to go to buy the fish and all that stuff is for black people, man. Is it even still there?
Ragsy. I always heard about it, but I actually never knew where it was.
No, it was by where the 16 used to go. So at the bottom where the 16 used to go. By one stop. No. Town is it going towards Big Breath way kind of?
Can't remember.
By the markets. The markets. Listen, man, the markets.
Listen, what you're saying is real, man. Look at this right here.
Okay,
man. You still can run it, man. Damn. Talk about got them stories,
I seen it on the way. She's making chips in the dark.
He said, not cheap as chips. I'm forced to run my chip shop in the dark because bills are soaring to 1K a month, but I've got no choice. Fuck it up. He said, who's gonna go into a chip shop with no lights on, man?
Exactly.
That's ridiculous. Who's gonna go to a chip shop with no lights on? And listen, East Indians are stupid. The lights is the cheapest part, man. It's the fryers that's taking the electric.
Exactly.
The internet for the card machine. That's what burning the electric. The lights is the least, man. You might want to keep the lights on and lock up one of the fryers or something, man.
Bills are soaring to 1K a month. Damn, the chip shops even make 1K a month. Do they?
Yeah, they must do.
Then again, you know what?
Better build it.
Them Churchman chip shops. I'm telling you, they're making money. I'm telling you. Listen, you see, you go to them Churchman chip shops. Listen, yeah. Why do they call them Chacha, man?
I have no idea.
Where does it come from?
Apparently, it's only a Brum thing.
Is it?
London man don't call Chacha man.
I hear people say the Chacha, man. I don't know. Listen, I don't know what it means. Listen, Jamaicans got some slang and they don't know what it means. Like all this time when Jamaicans say stop anchoring, they mean anchor. So you see how like after ship you throw an anchor and stop the ship. So they say anchor, it really said anchor. Listen.
Stop anchoring.
Listen, man, Jamaicans got some funny slang, man.
Jamaica say Matthew instead of Matthew.
Yeah.
Just fuck everything, man.
They got some funny slang, man, I'm telling you.
You call it a flip. You call it a flip. Not even a film, it's a flip. Somebody's flipping words over that, man.
It works though, because everyone says it now.
I say flip still. I can't realize.
Yeah, everyone says it. Like certain little words that we mispronounce, it's just become the norm in England.
So it's right about now. It's 1:15. So man, know what time it is. Time for them.
I'll go for this one. Yo, make sure that intro is proper, you know. I didn't hear no bump on the speaker, you know.
Use time out like 5 minutes from now.
This is the Officer Quasar tuning into On the Ends Radio with the Boys segment. What you got for me, officer?
So Liz Truss has resigned as Prime Minister after only 44 days in charge.
Why, sir? You see what the ISUPK are saying? These devils ain't competent, man. The reason they ain't competent is because they're not chosen by the Lord, man. They should have put me as prime minister.
That's right.
I would have fixed the economy, man. I would have put these devils in slavery, man.
That's right.
And that would have sorted out everything, man.
Trust
Run
me.
the next one. Because, boy,
Inflation sorted.
yeah, man, inflation done then. One
Exclusive. Conor Ben test positive for a banned infertility drug ahead of Saturday fight with Chris Eubank Jr.
Boy, sir, listen, man. I done told you, Officer Karafia, that Eubank would box him down, man.
Nah, man.
Listen, man, him have to take drugs for Eubank, you know. Eubank ain't no joke, man. I'm telling you. Yo, Eubank would have punched him up, man. Yo, make sure you take some drugs for Eubank, you know, 'cause ain't no joke. Run the next one.
I've lived here 22 years. I've worked, paid my taxes, and I was locked away in immigration detention.
Boy, sir, this is what the ISUPK have been talking about, man. This injustice that black people have been going through for over 400 years, man. But listen, man, the ISUPK had to sort that, man. Come into the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, man, and bring the kingdom of God into fruition, man. This is Officer Quatazar tuning out on the Ends Radio with the Boysa segment.
Wow, that's cold, man. Got a man in the detention center. So hold on, why is Conor Ben taking infertility test, man? What? Infertility drugs, like, yeah.
And not producing enough testosterone.
That's terrible.
It's not in the ISUPK.
That's terrible, man. The brother as well, you know, he's not getting his Slovakia.
Getting his testosterone in.
Slovakia, man. I ain't got them problems. I'm trying to slow down, you know. Baby's just popping out like a machine.
When you say chips, are you referring to fries?
Say that again.
Just in the comments, sister said, when we say chips, are we referring to fries? Yeah, chip. Actually, no, I think chips is the fat potato ones. So
yeah, chips is fries, but not skinny ones. Yeah. Kind of fat.
Chips is fat potato ones. Chips is, you know what? Chips is better than fries, isn't it? Don't you think?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
You can't find these days though.
But chips?
Yeah.
Nah, chips are everywhere, man.
Can you find chips these days, really?
You just
everywhere sells fries in a box.
Nah, you gotta go to proper chip shops. That's what it is.
Is it me as well? You have some chicken and chips. You get it in a box, man. You don't want it in a box, man.
Nah, you need it in that box that says
chicken
man. On there.
You put the chicken at the bottom, cover it with chips. You can't even get to your chicken, man.
That's what you gotta do. Why you gotta do is move the chips to the side?
You need that paper. You hand. I like it wrapped up in paper.
What you gotta do is put your hand in the thing and pull the chicken from under the chips. You
your hands all messy with
you see the arcade things when you're trying to get the teddy bear and the hand comes in and it goes down. That's what you gotta do, just put your hand down and listen, I had a good chicken and chips in a while ago, you know.
Yo, chicken chips slap.
Only classics is making the good chicken.
When you rinse it with vinegar as well. Yo.
Nah, I don't even put vinegar, you know.
Nah, man, vinegar's the one, man.
Nah, man, just soap.
You man seen Rimsey on TV yet?
Yeah, I'm Jungle.
Yeah, man, 1 second.
He just dropped his tape again.
Caribbeans, we've been lit from the start. Girls love Jamaican guys. Like, we don't have to do too much. You get me?
That's
Remember,
why-
Af guys wasn't lit before. It was funny to be African. Obviously, we're all African if you go back.
Yeah.
It was funny, but obviously these men grinded hard. They mashed more peas than us. Now, they're the guys, innit? A lot of them are the guys. Some of us are still here, but a lot of these men are the guys. So they've had to, like, girls that want all of this stuff, and them man can facilitate that. We don't really need to do all of that.
Look at this, Rimsey was spot on, man. Rimsey was spot on, man. In the comments, all the Africans are pissed.
What's they?
Yeah, listen, they're saying he wants a Jamaican man, you're not circumcised. And they're saying, you Jamaicans had your time. They said Blackburn Rovers was a good team once upon a time. Listen, man. Like what he said, he goes, we've been lit. So our grandparents were lit, man. Listen, I haven't seen pictures of the Windrush. Our grandparents come over here lit, man. Our grandparents come over here playing ska music, and we've always been cool, man. If Africans were so cool, why would it take 2022 for them just to get a breakthrough, man? Because all it is a phase, and it will fade out just like all other phases, man. Caribbean people have never been a phase. We've always been carrying the torch. We're all just cool people. We're the children of God, man.
Right.
And when this whole Afrobeats phase is out, which it already is, you know what I mean? Burna Boy himself said, Wizkid himself said that he studies Cartel, man. But Cartel don't study Wizkid. So we carry the trends, man. It's gonna keep going like usual. Listen, dancehall music has been going on forever and will never die, from Beanie Man and Bounty Killer and we'll never die, man. Because why? We just chose people of the Lord and we're full of flavor. And the Africans are going for a little craze right now, a little phase, and, you know, they started to feel themselves. And it would die out, man, like all phases, man. That's what it is. And now they're feeling themselves. Just goes to show, black man, the Bible goes, never trust your enemies, man. Never. Remember when we didn't like them, they used to beg to be us, man. I want to be one of us. Now they got the foot in the door. They ain't saying, yo, we're still cool. Now they're like, no, we're different. Now we're different. Right. So that means they only wanted to be our friends. Why? Because we was on top of them.
That's right.
As soon as they got their little boss, now they're letting you know your place, man. But like what Rimsey said, man, it said Caribbean people always been cool, man. That's how it is, man. We're gonna continue to be cool because it's what it is, man. Them Afs, because Afs we're never cool, man. It's you know, it's what it is. It's lucky long about.
And listen, man, they've got a cheek saying, "Oh, Jamaican men ain't circumcised." Listen, man, you lot learned circumcision from us, man.
That's right.
If you read the Bible, you'll see that Jacob had to force you stinking Africans to get circumcised. Force you to get circumcised, man, and his sons killed you while you was healing up, man.
That's right.
That's in the Bible, in the book of Genesis. Listen, one is because we've lost our culture. Because we've lost our culture, that's why we don't do certain things. But really, circumcision came from us, man. Circumcision came from the children of Israel, man. Don't ever let these Africans tell you that we don't get circumcised. What they've done is steal parts of our culture and make it like it's theirs. Right. Africans talking about we don't get circumcised. They don't even use deodorant, man. Listen, no, I'm lying. Africans don't use deodorant.
The arm is high still.
Exactly.
I know still Africans.
Listen, there's BO and then there's African BO. African BO is like the stronger one. Like, see, African BO, that's like intense. Listen, man, you Africans, man. I don't care. Listen, you Africans stink of BO, man. You stink of BO. There's not a 48-hour show which works for you, man.
There's not a right guard that
There's
works.
not a right guard that works for you, man. There's not a Lynx that the Lynx Africa don't even work for you, man. They made a Lynx Africa to combat you Africans BO, man. And that Lynx Africa don't even combat the Lynx Africa even smells like BO, man. you Africans trying to diss the children of Israel, man. Don't want to get started about you Africans on them adverts, man. You Africans on the adverts with the big bellies begging for water and food, man. Fuck you. Excuse my French, so lucky I can't stand it.
You know, if it wasn't for Primark and Fenty, you see the Africans what they are, man. Exactly. What it is to come to England, you know, they put on a pair of heels or get a bit of drip, and now they think they're better than us, man. Right. If you put that same African in his garment, you see the ugly bastard it is, man. Right. You get the African woman and put her in her garment and put the plate in her lip, you will see her for what she is, man. But because of, you know, lace fronts or whatnot, they can kind of disguise themselves and try to look like one of us, man. So they could never be on our levels, man. Right. We come from a lineage, a long line of cool people, trendy people. They could come from a long line of plate in the lips, man. That's right. Big long ears or stretched out and so forth, man. Cutting off women's clitorises. That's their culture, man. But we from a cool culture, always has been, man. You can look, you can run it down. It's lucky, man. Man, they got double bar too.
Jamaican men smell fresh, man. People know we ain't African by the smell, man. Listen, man. Africans, I don't understand where they're coming from. Like, you'd think a person like that would keep their mouth shut. You'd think an African man would look at where he came from and think, let me not say nothing. I don't want to be seen. You know when you know people can say a lot about you, so you don't say nothing.
Remember that pretty one talking about I don't date Jamaican girls.
Exactly. It's like I don't date Jamaican girls, they're too rude. And all the Jamaican girls will say he's ugly anyway, man. Listen, man. We're not Ghanaians, we're not Nigerians. We ain't none of those, man. We're the children of Israel, man. And that's what we need to learn. That we're the children of God and we're not the same as these Africans. That's right. While it is, they want to be us. They copy the way we talk, they copy the way we dress. All these Africans you see today, like Tian Wayne, they want to be us, man. Look at how Africans was in the 90s. Just look at how, if you went to school with Africans and they would lie to me and say, oh yeah, I'm Jamaican. Right. And what let me know there wasn't Jamaican was when their dad came in them sandals. When their dad came in the sandals with the ash on the back of his foot, man. That ash told me that ash is straight from Africa, man. That ash is straight from Nigeria, man. That ash which is on his foot is from Nigeria, man. The DNA of that ash of his foot is from Nigeria.
You know the forensics where they can test where the dirt come from. You know what the forensic shows where they can test. Like they get the dirt for your tires, and they can say where's the dirt come from. That ash
come from Nigeria. That ash is direct from Nigeria, man. Like, you ain't one of us, man, and you could never be one of us. And it's that simple, man. We've seen your parents 10 years ago. We still see your parents till this day, man. You're not one of us, and you never could be one of us. But anyway, let me shut up before I get us flagged.
Oh god.
Before I get us flagged, then we
You like
get
killing
kicked out
me.
the air.
I saw get Exodus, man. 11 and 7. 7-11, one of the two. You Exodus 11 and 7. You put up on your phone if you got. Oh, you like killing me, man. Dog Bar's killing me, man. So lucky. Imagine you're born in London, man. You full of Hamites everywhere, man.
That's it, man.
You say we Africa, man. And God said it too. I don't care if you share the same complexion, man, or if you share similar features, man. We don't share the same bloodline, man.
Right.
And we don't share the same stench, man.
And we don't share the same ash. So lucky. We don't share the same ash. Like, see what it is. If a Caribbean man's foot's dry, it's different to African.
We're not allowed to be dry.
Exactly.
In our culture, you're getting this, man. So, yo, listen, go grease your foot, man.
Right.
Not allowed to be, man. But you Hamites, it's allowed, man. It's their culture, so lucky, man. Go on.
Exodus chapter 11 and verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
And the Lord said a dog can't move his tongue against the children of Israel. You done?
Against man or beast.
Really?
That you may know how the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
There you go. The Lord put a difference between us and the Africans, man.
That's
the Egyptians are Africans. The Lord said we're different people. There's a big difference between us and them, man. And the Lord called them dogs, man. The Lord said a dog should not move his tongue. And you notice that with a different, read it again, Salaki, read it again, man. Right, in this chapter, the Lord's calling Egyptians dogs, so read it properly, read it.
But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
The Lord said against us shall not a dog move his tongue. As you read that, you find out the dog he's talking about is them Egyptians, we done?
Against man or beast.
Against man or beast, read.
That ye may know.
And a dog won't move his tongue, so what's that we know, we done?
How the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
And the Lord said a dog, an Egyptian can't move his tongue against us, man. He can't say shit like, oh, you Jamaicans ain't circumcised. In the kingdom of heaven, these dogs can't talk against us.
Right.
And the Lord's gonna do that so you know that we're better than them.
That's right.
So you don't know that we ain't the same people as them, man.
Right.
The Lord called them dogs, man. That's what they are, man. They ain't no Nubian princess. They ain't no African king. Love that, African king. The Lord God said that they're dogs, man.
Right.
They ain't no, honorable empress and Nubian queen. I'm a black Nubian. God said that they're dogs, man. So luck you with that ash.
These Africans is getting proud lately, you know. It's like this is the thing. Everybody makes it like it's Caribbean people that start the issues. It's not, man. These Africans come for us for no reason, man. And when we tell them where they come from, they don't like it, man. When we tell them some home truths, they don't like it. Listen, man, and you know what gets me as well is when our people say shit like, "Wow, we all from Africa." We're not, man.
That annoys me.
That annoys me, man. Trying to explain it, you see, trying to explain that to some people, they'll never get it. They look at you like you're the coon when you're trying to explain it.
Right.
You're explaining it to them, and they're looking at you like you're the coon. And listen, man, with the children of Israel, we're not African, man.
That's right.
There's a difference between us and them, and it's not hard to tell. They could never be us, and we could never be them. No matter how much dashikis you want to wear, man, you can buy those stupid dashikis and that little hat they wear. You're never going to be one of them, man.
That's right.
Listen, man, you just look stupid in that dashiki, man. You know when you see a Caribbean man in a dashiki, you just know it's not for him. You just know. You just know that's not your culture, man.
Yes, man. You don't see African people in Black Lives Matter march, man.
Exactly.
All these black, listen, they know who they are. Black people are the only people searching. When you go to these events and what's it called, Sarnetta events and all these black movements and black-headed black movements, real Africans ain't even there, man.
Right.
Only you black people only you black people claiming you're African. You're at these events trying to link up and trying to raise money and trying to do these charities back to Africa and all that garbage. Real Africans ain't even there, man. Because they ain't lost like we're lost, man. But yo,
and you know what? Real Africans don't even like other people from Africa. Like Ghanaians don't even like Nigerians, man. Ghanaians don't like Nigerians. It's only us that loves all of Africa. Whereas Somalians and all of them, none of them like each other, man. They have their own little civil wars between each other. None of them like each other. But what you have with us is, we all African. We all African. Africa's a big place, man. Africa is a big place. Listen, man, we ain't African. Well, it is our people suffer from a lack of knowledge, so we don't know who we are. We just think, because they're dark in complexion, we're the same as them. Whereas there's many nations dark in complexion, man. There's some East Indians darker than me, man. Have you seen them dark East Indians? Everybody knows that they ain't us, man. That's right. You need to start knowing that these Africans ain't us also. That's right. They're African, man. And you know what? Some of you brothers that be saying that you're African, you know what? You go be African, then that's fine. I'm gonna start agreeing with them saying, yeah, maybe you are. I'm saying maybe
everybody wants to be African until you ask him go put a plate in it.
Exactly.
You know, everybody wants to be Egypt and all this and the hieroglyphs, but nobody wants to be the African man with cow shit on him, man. Nobody wants to be the African man in a hut, man. Everybody wants to be the good side of Africa. We got history, man, where African women cut their clitoris off, man. They circumcised women. Nobody wants to be that person, man. Everybody wants to be pharaohs and what's the name? Nefertiti. But nobody wants to be the man in the mud hut, man. Nobody wants to be the man in the bushes, man. Nobody wants to be the woman with the plate in her lip, man. I saw one, the guy's plate, he took the plate out his lip, and his lip was hanging so bad. He sit down the bar, he put his lip around someone's head.
I think I've seen it. He put it around his head.
He put it around a man's head. Yeah. Black boy, come on, man. You don't want to be that man. You don't want to be that person.
You don't want to be that African.
But you want to be Nefertiti. You want to be Nefertiti, though, man.
It's funny. Niggas always want to be the kings of Africa. They want to be the kings and the princesses, and they don't want to be the poor African man. They don't want to be the one on the advert, man. You don't want to be the one on the advert with flies all on him. So I can play me one of them adverts. You Africans, listen, we're going to play one of them adverts today.
You pass the place.
Play one of them African relief adverts. That's probably what it's called. Type in African relief advert, it might come up.
That was killing me with that ash.
Tukunda needs £2. Give £2 to Tukunda. There's some adverts. How much you got to donate? £2 a month? £2 a month?
That's peasy, though. What's with inflation?
Listen, Africans don't deserve £2 a month. I need that £2 for my meal deal. I need that for my Tesco meal deal, which has gone up to £4.
It's got 90 pence.
Exactly.
Need it for a Ribena.
That's it.
Oh, you listen, you might drink Ribena from the box or from the bottle, man.
Box?
Nah,
Box
yeah,
is better,
come on.
you know.
Come on, the box is
See,
better.
bottle tastes like they put extra water in there, and it's not sweet.
You got a call.
One second, I think I need to press the button again. I need to hear this.
You better go to hell for this. Bro.
Look at this big head.
African.
Listen, man. You better watch your mouth when you speak about God's chosen people, man.
That's right.
You Africans better watch your mouth when you speak about God's chosen people.
That's right.
You Africans want some water. You Africans want some water. Here's you ain't getting no water. You...
Here with the
Hey. You Africans ain't getting no water from us, man.
You got cold as shit.
You see, I'd rather throw this water away before I give it to one of them, man.
Right.
Let's burn away for some water, man.
That's cold, man. I watched you on podcast, my brother was on there, and you seen some shit that only a destroyed brother was saying, man. I'm gonna play it for you. You're gonna lose your mind, so luck, yeah. Really.
No water for these Africans.
No more cold brother. You got some cold brothers, man. I mean,
if we get that bag that we're talking 100 mil, man's giving away 90 mil. Because we don't give a fuck like that. We got a certain number where we're happy. And certain people talk this generational wealth. Like that whole debate, like I said to my brother, man don't care about generational wealth. Why is everyone preaching it? Do you think I care about my kids that I never even met?
That's another thing as well.
I never met them.
Yeah, they could be pussies. You
could
might
be
not even like them.
Blood.
You might not even like them.
I'm only dealing with my kids.
Listen. That right there, that's some fuck shit.
Well, they say the kids might be a pussy old.
Yeah. Listen, life and the oppressor thinks different. Why do you think there's rich? Them same white people that you're trying to be like, trying to be rich like, how do you think they got them riches, man? Because some white man had money and bought slaves and passed it down to his generations,
right?
Pass it down to his grandchildren, and that's why you want to. Them same white people you want to be like, you want to get money to be just like them. Their great granddad worked hard for that, and the Bible is all about inheritance, man. It's all about passing down your riches to your children, man. And you're saying, well, I don't care about them, I don't know them. That's the wrong way of thinking, man. You're supposed to work hard so that your kids, you know that one day they ain't suffering. You know that one day they're gonna be good. And that's the whole spirit of the Bible, to pass things down, man. The reason why that brother's chosen, why? Because who his forefathers are, man. The Bible's all about passing things down. But again, we're so destroyed thanks to Christianity. We become selfish, man. Christianity has taught black people to be selfish. In the Bible, you can't have sex with a woman who ain't your nation. But Christianity teaches you to go do it, man. Whatever makes you happy, what makes you smile, what makes your body feel good, eat whatever you want, have sex whatever you want, and don't care about your children, don't care about your grandchildren. You get your money, live now. That's Christianity, man.
Right.
That's Christianity, and Christianity has destroyed black people. Meanwhile, the oppressor, he knows, the Indian man, he knows, man. All nations have like off license, 7-Eleven, and they pass it down to their children, man. This brother talking about, I'm not doing that, man. I don't even know them. That's the wrong way of thinking, man.
And you know what? If this man was smart, what he would do is he would have a child who would raise his child right, and then they would have a child and raise that child right, then they would have a child and raise that child right. And guess what? Then the child won't be a pussy, man.
That's right.
Because the child, what he teaches his child right now, his son will teach his child and his child. And if this man understood the Bible, he would understand he's coming back in the same nation, man, in the same family line. He's coming back in the same family line, man.
That's right.
So you better raise your kids right, because who knows? You want to come back to righteousness, man. Imagine this, you could be coming right back to what you left off, because regeneration is in the Bible, man.
Right.
This man saying, oh, I don't even know them. And he could have left some off and maybe came back to it, man. Now he's going to come back broke, man. Imagine if every man thought like him, black people would have nothing.
That's right.
Well, I think he's just saying that for the podcast to make jokes. He can't be being serious.
You say you're going to blow money. What do you say? So, but if I get $1 million, I'm about to blow, let me implement it one more time. So I'm going to blow $1 million for that.
Like, if we get that bag that we're talking 100 mil, man's giving away 90 mil. Because we don't give a fuck like that. We got a certain number where we're happy. And certain people talk this generational wealth. Like, that whole debate, like I said to my brother, man, don't care about generational wealth. Why is everyone preaching? Do you think I care about my kids that I never even met?
That's another thing as
I
well.
never met them.
Yeah, they could be pussios. You
could
might
be
not even like them.
Blood.
You might not even like them.
I'm
They
only
might be
dealing with
batty
my
boys.
kids.
Pussy hoes. Or they could be righteous, man. How do you know? Why do you have to think negative? Why can't you say, well, they could be righteous, so I'm going to leave something for them? Straight away, he went to the negative one out of the two, man.
Give me Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2. In the Apocrypha. And this is how white people think, man. And I say the Bible, white people think like, I got to live today, I got to burn things today, spend now. That's not how black people are supposed to think, man. You're not supposed to think like that, man. You know what I mean? You're supposed to feel good that you've left something for your grandchildren, man. That you left something for your generation. You're supposed to feel good that you're the reason why your great-grandchildren can eat. You're not supposed to live for today. That's the oppressor and Christianity. They've taught us that, man. Read us that, Baba Kushar.
What do you want? 2 and verse 1.
2 and 1.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 1. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves.
This is what the ungodly say amongst themselves, man. He's talking about an ungodly man, not a righteous man, not a man with wisdom. Read.
But not a right.
But not a right. I mean, what he's saying ain't right. It's not a right. It's not the right way to think. It's not the right way to talk. It's not the right way to conduct yourself. Read on.
Our life is short and tedious. There is no remedy.
And that's what they say. They go, there's no cure for death. Our life is short and tedious, man. The average man lives to about, 8 years old. You know what I mean? Life is short. That's why the brother said, what? If I get 100 mil, I'm blowing 100 mil. He's not going to save it. He's not going to invest it. He's not going to give it to his youngsters because he sees as his life is tedious. And the Bible says that's how wicked men think, man. Keep it in.
Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave.
And he goes, no, there's no man that no money. Let's, get all the ace of spades and the champagne and let's just blow money and live a lavish life, man. That's how the wicked think, man. Keep it in.
For we are all born at all adventure.
And he goes, we're born at all adventure. Like what the brother said, he's going to blow 100. Man.
That's right.
Read the Bible. The Bible is all about legacies, all about passing your stuff down to your children, man.
Right.
I don't know what these brothers are on, man. You can read the whole chapter in spare time. It talks about how the wicked man think, how they eat whatever they want, dress how they want, You want to, you know what I mean, just live life to the fullest. That's how they live, man. That's not how we're supposed to live. It's lucky, man.
This is my apocrypha.
They're yours.
This is real my apocrypha.
No, it's not, man.
Yes, it is.
With them highlights, with highlights.
Those are my highlights.
Right, go to the front, go to the front.
These niggas stole my apocrypha, you.
That means you must have left it.
Nah, there's about 10 of them, man. Could have bought about 5 apocryphas, but
Get game from everyone. Then I used to notice like the white youths in jail, they all had businesses. You get me? They all either do plumbing, electrician or something. All the man who just come jail, shutting or works, whatever. These man, they all got like businesses. They all got like qualification, like skills. What kind of skills do you call them? Plumbing
Life
and all
skills,
that?
like life skills. Yeah.
The man will go that. They know about credit.
Yeah.
The Asian guys, they'll show you about taxes and all of this. So what man basically did is,
look at that, man. Rims was talking about when he went jail. He said when he went jail, he saw that the white men that was in jail with him, they had opportunities that black people didn't have. So they had plumbing skills and they was coming out to something. So, and the Asians also, they was in stocks and bonds and doing stuff for their life. Because black people, we think that we can be criminals like the oppressor, and we can't, man. The Lord ain't with them like it's with us. Let me tell you something, white people can be criminals and be successful, but we can't, man. Why? Because the Lord don't want a life for us. You can Google it, man. There's a man called Dominic Cummings, man. He's a well-known criminal, and he's knighted. His name now is Sir Dominic Cummings, man. What's the other guy you talking about? Henry Morgan, the pirate. He was a criminal, man, and got to be the governor, the general governor over Jamaica, man. They put him on the payroll. You know what I mean? The shard was made by a Turkish gangster, man. But black man, when you're a gangster, you end up in jail, man. You get locked up, key get thrown away. You get out of jail, you still can't get a job, man. You know what I mean? Rimsey saw it, man. So he went to jail, he saw the white men living good, man. He saw them getting their skills up, even in jail, and the Asians. But he said black people, weren't the same for us, man. It's lucky, man.
And you know what? It makes sense now that Rimsey's out of jail. All this stuff is like entrepreneur and he's trying to do all of those kind of things. It's kind of making sense now. But everyone has opportunities that black people don't have. Imagine that in jail, these lot are getting opportunities coming out to plumbing. Whereas when black people come out of jail, they come back out to nothing. They come back out to that, what, £100 give you when you come out of jail?
Yeah.
Come out, get £100.
And a record, no job.
That's it.
You can't get this, you can't get that. That's what we come out to.
That's it. So yeah, we need to stop thinking criminal minded. What we need to do is just all come here, home with the truth, and change our life, man. And stay out of their prisons, man. And then that way their prisons will close down. Because every day I look on the news, I'm seeing what? Either young black men getting killed or young black men getting life in jail. And you know the sentences have become harsher and harsher.
Yeah, Joe.
You're getting minimum of 20 years. Do you know how long 20 years is? People are getting a minimum. Imagine 20 years of someone telling you when you can eat, when you can this, when you can that. Jail's not the place to be, man.
That's right.
Jail's not the place to be. I'm telling you.
I went to jail for me still. Here, man, talking about 23-hour bang up and stuff, and these women.
Wetting it out with man in one cell.
There you go, two man in one cell and is using the toilet.
Trust me.
Yeah.
I mean, are you in a cell eating your food and the man's doing a shit?
That's it.
And the beauty particles and that's flying and that, man. I heard in jail you lose more than your freedom, man. You lose your integrity as well, man.
Right.
Watching the man sit down in front of you like it's a norm, nah, man.
As if you're in the cell with the African man and he uses that toilet. You're in the cell with the African man and he uses that toilet. You're going to die, man. You're going to die, man.
Or that fufu, you know.
Exactly, what's that fufu? And all that the next one they eat comes out in that toilet. You're going to die, man. You're going to be found the next morning dead in your cell, man. And your cause of death on your death certificate is going to say African did it. It's going to say African did it.
Come on, man. You can't go out like that, man. You don't want to go out like that, man.
Yeah.
Don't go to jail, man.
Say African did it, man. Listen, man, you stay out of jail, man. Because there's tons of Africans in jail, and if you're padded up with one of them, nah, man. I'm telling you. Imagine you have to share a cell with an African dog. Can you think about that? Imagine that. Imagine you're on the bottom bunk, he wakes up in the night, he hangs his dry foot off the bed. You see his dry foot come down the side of your body. Listen, stay out of jail. Them stories should make you stay out of jail. So like Listen, you stay out of jail, man.
Trust me.
I'm telling you. Imagine that.
Many of us in the UK have heard of, seen or drank Bigger, but who actually owns the brand? This family here is the Mafood family, and their company Winsinko Group produces Bigger. It also produces other Jamaican drink brands like Boom and Wata. The Mafood family are of Lebanese descent and have been in Jamaica since 1921. They've been involved in several businesses. Now, one thing a lot of people don't know though, is that the Bigger that we drink in the UK has been manufactured in the UK since 2013 through one of Winsinko's partners. So if you've drank Bigger after 2013 and you're complaining that the one in Jamaica is better, there's a high chance that you've been drinking the UK manufactured one. For more content like this, make sure to follow Pastor Speaks.
Look at that, man. Black man, we just get robbed, man. Always get robbed. All nations pray on us, man. All nations see what we want and then give it to us. Like, we can't even get our own thing, man. Just a man who's Lebanese is selling us Bigger. I thought Bigger was, Caribbean owned at least, man. And like with most products, like with Grace, even our hair products, man, another nation makes it and sells it to us. You can't tell me we're the children of Israel, man. All nations sit back and see what we like and say, you know what? I'm going to make money off them. And they keep their name quiet because they know if it's not black owned, we won't buy it, man. And they give it they package it in a way that sounds interesting to us. Like they spell Bigger with an A, Bigga. You know what I mean? They do stuff like that because knowing how them things appeal to us. And black man, when you buy them products, you're putting money in an Indian man's pocket, man. You're sending his daughter to university and his kids to college, man. And he don't like us. He sits back and goes, yo, I need something that them niggas like, man. Make something them niggas like, man. Package it nice so they buy it. And every time we buy it, black man, we're getting rich, man. Poor black people buy Bigger. Poor black people buy Bigger, man, and make an Indian man rich, man.
Right.
So like, man.
You know what? And that Bigger, just the bottle just looks Jamaican, innit? And you know, it's in every Jamaican shop.
What's better though, Bigger or K?
Bigger.
Bigger's better than K.
Yeah. That red one, that red Bigger. What flavor is that one? The red one.
Fruit punch in it?
Listen, that one's the great one, serious as well. I was lucky. I don't know if we can let Bigger go.
Oh, okay. Man, K is bad. I'll tell you why. K comes to the can.
Bigger, innit?
Yeah, I need a bigger banana again still.
But K comes to the can, man.
Any
drink in the can.
Listen, that Bigger, yeah, I'm telling you, it's fire. I'm telling you. The pineapple one's good as well.
Yeah, pineapple. Oh, no, K kind of bad. You know what I don't like about K?
I don't think K is close.
I don't like K in a box, man. It's disgusting.
That's the
has to be fizzy, man. Yeah.
K is good, but Bigger's better. Trust me, when Bigger's what's the green flavor?
Like a pie say they taste the same.
They got a green flavor.
Nah, they don't taste the same. They got green flavors. It's like pineapple crush.
Or the citrus one, the new citrus thing.
It's kind of green.
Some shit like that.
Might be Bigger, but nah, they don't taste the same. I'm telling you, the Bigger's a lot better. That Lebanese man put his foot in it. Lebanese man put his foot in that when he made that. I'm telling you, them Biggers.
Like no Biggers.
More than likely stole the recipe off a black man. In it.
Yeah, 9 times.
That's 9 times out of 10. He stole the recipe off a black man, and he just had the money to buy the bottles and for the promotion. There you go. He just said, "Yo, yeah, I'll invest in it. Let me just say it's my product."
Well, yeah, man. So lucky one more video then we're out, man. So for all you people saying that weed ain't a drug, man. For anyone talking about weed ain't a drug, I'm going to prove to you weed is a drug, man. And anyone who's addicted to weed is like a crackhead addicted to crack, you know what I mean? A heroin addict addicted to heroin, a man addicted to pills. Weed is the exact same thing, man. I'm gonna play a video up on Big Nasty, and after hearing it, I damn near vomited, man.
When I was like 12, yeah. I started burning weed, yeah, when I was like 12, yeah. And do you know how I supported my weed habit? 2 mountain bikes a day.
Yeah.
Yeah? 2 mountain. See if I hit a double suspension mountain bike.
Yeah.
And I ride that to Brixton Cash Converters. Yeah? And get my £60. Yeah? And then I go back to Brockwell Park and take a next bike.
Yeah.
I make my 120 strong for the day. And then I forward to Kennett and Rasta House. And I forward under the powers of judge to Kennett and Rasta House.
Yeah.
I get my 8s for £70.
Yeah.
I know the ones there, cuz. Do you know how powerful the streets was in me? Oh shit, cuz. Hey, I still have nightmares of mountain bikes, cuz. Hey, cuz, I was doing it for the culture, cuz.
Yeah.
Serious. I was so, hey, do you know how happy I'd be to see a double suspension, though? Because you know, from the 30 move, cuz, it's a straight 60s, cuz. Trust me.
Look at that, man. Big nasty. You know how a crack addict will come to you to ring, man. Where else do crack addicts come? They come to you stolen clothes from shops. They shoplift. And Big Nasty doing just that, man. He's robbing mountain bikes to support his weed habit, man. Weed is a drug, man.
That's right.
Don't tell me weed ain't no drug. This is the same way how crack addicts act. It's the same way how weed addicts act, man.
That's right.
And another thing for you Rastas, like I gotta charge you Rastas, man. The man said he'll take his money and go to Kennington Rasta House, man. That's the headquarters in London, you know. Kennington Rasta House. I just said you Rastas are responsible for this man's drug habit, man.
That's right.
You gave weed to a 12-year-old child, man. You gave weed to a 12-year-old child and ruined him. Listen, he's talking and telling his story. He can barely breathe, man. And you're responsible for that, man.
Right.
Fucked up this boy's head and taking. Listen, he could have got locked up. He could have got locked up for stealing mountain bikes, man. Could have got beaten up by the police. You know, police and black boys already in Brixton, man. Police and black boys in Brixton. Listen, the two don't go. Police could have beat him up, man, for stealing mountain bikes. Why? Because of the weed that you want to give him, man. Listen, as the Bible says, we need better leaders. The leaders that we got are terrible, man. And these Rastamen in the headquarters are giving a young kid weed, man. Don't even know where the money's coming from. It's like it, man.
Listen, man. This is why Rasta Masters on TV, man. Because you Rastas, man. You Rastas giving the. Imagine this. They're always stealing and selling things to buy weed, whereas they should say, "Yo, don't steal. Don't do this. You're gonna get yourself locked up." But to them, it's just money at the end of the day, which lets you know. In the Rastafarianism religion, there's no brotherhood, man. That's what it should let you know.
That's right.
Imagine that. You ain't gonna come to us and tell us, "Yo, well, I stole this." You're gonna say, "Yo, why are you doing these things? Why are you doing these things?" In Kennington, does Kennington Rasta House still exist?
Yeah. You got raided for coke?
No way. Was there any coke in there?
Yeah.
You Rastas, man. On coke as well. The big fat white women and the coke.
Dude,
everything around.
What's a 12-year-old doing with £70, man?
Exactly.
Explain to me. How a 12-year-old in the UK? When did he start working? 16.
Is it 16 or 17?
What's a 12-year-old doing with £70? He said what did he say? Ounce what for 70? Let me play it again. Ounce for £70.
What the fuck is he up to?
I was like 12, yeah? And do you know how I supported my weed habit? 2 mountain bikes a day.
Yeah.
Yeah? 2 mountain. See if I hit a double suspension mountain bike.
Yeah.
And I ride that to Brixton Cash Converters. Yeah? And get my £60. Yeah? And then I go back to Brockwell Park and take a next bike.
Yeah.
I make my 120 strong for the day. And then I forward to Kennington Rasta House. And I forward under the powers of judge to Kennington Rasta House.
Yeah.
I get my 8s for £70.
£70, man. You get 8 for £70, man. What's a child doing with £70? There's some of you Rasta men got £70 in your account. Man. So lucky, right. Some of these Rasta men got £70 in their account. And a 12-year-old will give you £70 and you'll put that money in your pocket and give him the weed, man. And give him the weed. So we got to do better than that, man. All other nations love their own. How are you going to see a young 12-year-old black boy, man, and give him weed to smoke, man? What kind of animal are you, man? How you go on. How you take weed from a 7-year-old boy, man, and give him weed to smoke, man? You should be ashamed of yourself.
You see what? This is what happens when you want to follow after Africans, man. This is what happens when you want to worship Ethiopians. See what? You want to worship Africans, but you hate your own people, man. You want to feed your people poison and worship Africans. This is the problem in our community. We want to follow after other nations, man. And listen, man, these Rastafarian, these Rastas have dry foot as well, man. Them man have dry scalp coming like pepper grain as well, man. You need to just cut off those dreads, yeah, and come up in the ISUPK and all your head top, man. Yeah, man, leave the dreads outside the door as well, man.
Put the dreads in a plastic bag and put them in the bin over the road. And then you come into school.
That's it.
Actually, you know what? You come into school with the dreads and sit in class, and then over time, you'll learn to cut them, and you will learn not to sell 12-year-olds weed, man. That's the first class that you will learn in here, not to sell 12-year-olds weed, man. That'll be the first class. Then we'll keep progressing.
That's right.
And then eventually, you're going to want to cut them dreads once you realize it's not your culture, man.
And that's that selfishness I was talking about, man. Christianity had taught us to be selfish. Listen, you have a fit if someone sold your son drugs, man. Someone get, listen, I know for a fact all the Rastaman got children, man. You get me? What's the kids' names? Babakai. Babatunde. Babakai and Nyron and all the Rastans there. And you go crazy for man gave them weed. Well, you want to give my sons weed, man. That's right. Because Christianity has taught us to be selfish, man.
That's right.
And all we care about was what brings us money. We don't care about where a 12-year-old boy got £70 from. As long as that goes in my pocket, man.
Right.
We don't care if his brain's messed up, man. We cause his paranoia. Look at the brother can he can barely breathe, man. Is there wheezing and laughing at the same time? We don't care about that, man. As long as we can get that £70, man.
Right.
So like, you know that £70 went in it. It went in some white girl's fridge, man.
Right.
It went in some white girl's pocket, man. So luck, yeah. That's exactly where it went, man. So luck, it went and take a white girl on a date. That's exactly where it went, man. So luck, yeah. Ain't nobody love white girls more than Rasta, man. So lucky, man. Biggest white woman lovers, man. But yo, that's the podcast, man. We'll be here again next week. For everyone coming through. You know, we're gonna give a big shout out to Donga Bar, Quartazar, and everyone in the chat, man. Like, share, subscribe. We'll be here again next week, man. You get me? Lord and I will be on time as well, man. The water for everybody. Shalom.
Yeah. Are the Matrix? Sham cheesy. Karatia. When me say UPK. Well, anyway. We there a whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this pan the ends. Every man a try be the next pan the ends, dog. We fly out and one bends pan the ends, but we die out and more dead pan the ends. Where me come from, you lucky if you live long day in a the war zone, but no Pakistan, a the place where you juvenile a the big man. Graver you do time, brother, pick one, yo. Man a fi bleach, but I never zone a the 6 pants and the rifle we kickstand. Quick answer to enemy, them response. You we dead if you a Christian, devil them strong. Me say, but is a trick done. Them one we fall down in a the quicksand. Me kill a them where they a London, England. Teach me say the white man him is a trickster. The same struggle man a face in a Kingston. I same struggle them a face in a Trinidad. All the way I go to Birmingham, Brixton. The link strong, it no matter what the distance. Hey, boom. We there a whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends, dog. We fly out and one bend span the ends, but we die out and more dead body them. Once upon a time round ya so did nice, full of vibes. Man a play football, choose a side. If I no football, you like one go shoot your dice. But everything change when me nigga lose him life. Proof of crime, a certain black coffee get scrutinized. Check every taxi on the route I drive, them youth I ride, them two connive. Man have to sleep at the and shoot a night. And watch your head back, you never know what over time round. You no safe again. Watch out for the hate of them and the traitor them. And the fake friend dog, the acre tens. No solution for make amends. Babylon say ceasefire, but we nah no fate na them, a sake of them. Make the crime rate so great again. And Jamaica red, hot like the equator belt, Jamaica bread. Cause you never break no bread. With the ghetto youth, them you send the Terminator them, dad. So man a fi whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog, them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends, dog. We fly out and one bend span the ends, but we die out and more dead pan the ends.